So you want to get really powerful weapons at the start of your Fallout 4 playthrough. Well, you came to the right place. What's up everybody, this is Mixstan and welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be showing you how to get a few powerful weapons right from the start. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So upon leaving the vault, you're going to want to go over to your map and set a waypoint. This waypoint is going to be on the edge of this big lake right here, and it's going to take us to our first very powerful weapon. So what we're going to do is follow this waypoint and basically follow this river until we make it to the waypoint. Eventually, you will come to a fence with an opening in it. You want to head into this fence to a place called Robotics Disposal Ground and look at this sentry. Head over toward the right and behind it and you will find a Fatman. A Fatman is basically a mini nuke launcher, a very powerful weapon. And as for ammo for the Fatman, head through this other opening on the other side of the fence and you will find the mini nuke behind these tires. In order to pick up the mini nuke, just step on it and it will knock it out of place, and it's really that simple. Now, next up, we are going to make another waypoint and follow it on the edge of the lake right here. But just follow the waypoint. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just to save time in the video, but once you make it over the hill, you will find a little box that you want to open up before you actually head toward the waypoint. And basically why we're doing this is because it's going to give us a little extra loot while we are already picking up our next powerful weapon. Once you flip the circuit breaker on that box, follow the pipe from the circuit breaker up this mountain and you will be able to open up this stash, which will have a bunch of caps in it. That's the reason why we flipped the circuit breaker. And right next to this box will be a 44 stub nose pistol. This is a very powerful pistol, especially early on, and it definitely will allow you to kill enemies really fast. Now, for our next item or weapon, it's going to be a little bit more steps involved. So we want to head over to Sanctuary, but we don't have Sanctuary, so we're going to fast travel to Vault 111 since we haven't went to Sanctuary yet. But the reason why we want to make it to Sanctuary is because the next step is to go to the Red Rocket truck stop. So in order to get to the truck stop, we need to walk through Sanctuary. So upon going through Sanctuary, you want to head over this bridge, and actually we are going to obtain Dogmeat as a companion. So just head over the bridge and run into Dogmeat and go through the quick little dialogue with Dogmeat, and he follows you right away. Now the cool thing about Dogmeat is he can search for items for you, and that's the reason why we need Dogmeat for this next weapon. So we're gonna get Dogmeat to follow us, just go through the dialogue, tell him let's go, and once we get him as a companion, we're going to actually fast travel back to Vault 111 once again in order to get our next very powerful early game weapon, which is none other than the Cryolator. In order to get into the vault again, head up into this little building thing and press the button, then stand on the elevator and it will just take you into the vault. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind upon doing this is to make sure you're only wearing the vault suit that you started the game with. For some reason, if you are wearing other armor pieces, sometimes Dogmeat will not follow you into the vault. I haven't personally experienced it, but I've heard other people experiencing this. So once you are down here in Vault 111, you're going to want to head up this staircase and follow my pathing exactly. So once we make it across this little bridge, you want to head over to the left side, open this door, and we're going to head over to the Overseer's office. Now once we are in here, this is where Dogmeat comes into play. As you can see, there is a locked Cryolator right there, and this is where Dogmeat is actually going to help us. So what we want to do is actually get Dogmeat as close to the case as possible. So
Over here.
tell him to go over to the case. Basically, he just has to be at the outside of the room. Now we want to go through dialogue with Dogmeat, tell him to go and fetch, and then fetch for some items. Dogmeat will then find something. He'll head over to the Cryolator and pull it right out of the case, and then you can pull it from Dogmeat. Click on him again, click trade, and then get the Cryolator and its ammo from Dogmeat. This is a very, very powerful weapon, and it's actually a legendary weapon. This weapon actually freezes enemies. It's super powerful, especially early on. Now we want to head out of the vault and move on to our next powerful weapon. So our next two powerful weapons are actually located in Concord. So what we want to do is fast travel to the truck stop again, and once we are at the truck stop, we are going to head over to this sign and walk down the pathway to Concord. Now once we get down here, there will be a dead Brahmin right here, and we're going to want to actually get rid of these mosquitoes. They're not always here, but we're going to kill them because they're here. So you want to get over to this Brahmin, and you're going to want to head left to this house that is up this hill toward the left. Now once we make it up here, our next powerful weapon will be sitting right up here, and it's a melee weapon. For those of you who like to use melee weapons, this is a very, very good weapon from the start. It is none other than the combat knife. So as you can see, the stats are pretty good, 10 damage, and it swings very, very fast. So it's a very good weapon, especially if you are going for stealth kills. And for our final weapon, we're going to head down this hill into Concord. Now, I know most of you probably know about the Minutemen and the Raider fight in this area. What we're going to do is actually avoid it from the start, and instead of fighting the Raiders, we're just going to head toward the left to a house that holds another good weapon for us early game. So as you can see, those are the Raiders right there. We're going to turn around and head over to this house right here, and there will be a weapon at the top of the staircase just waiting for us. And it's going to be a pipe bolt action sniper rifle. Now, it's not the greatest sniper rifle in the game, but it definitely is powerful early on. Now, once you pick up this sniper rifle, you can actually look out this window, and there's a bunch more loot down here if you want to go down there and actually pick that up. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Those are a few good weapons that you can start the game out and actually be kind of powerful. Also, if there are any powerful weapons that I missed that you could get early on, please let me know in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.